Yo, what up guys, and welcome back to the channel. So yeah, as the title says, today I entered my first draw this in your art style challenge. Actually, it's like my second, out of context, but like the first one wasn't like that, this next level, because this one was hosted by Van Soul, a mostly popular artist that I've seen on Instagram. Like I recently followed them, I think 2 weeks back, and then they released this challenge. So yeah, I was really excited to get into this one. So first was the character themselves. That was something that inspired me to like try this out, because sometimes when you hear the word contest, you think like it's gonna be super competitive, with a lot of people with next level entries, so that kind of gets in the way. But for this one, I just thought that I'll just get into the flow of it and just have fun with it. So yeah, the requirements for this were that you just have to draw in any style, like your style, and then they accepted traditional, digital, stuff like that. They accepted everything. All you had to do was just follow them and follow Huion Tablet, and then tag them and mention them in your post, at Van Soul, and then they can see your entry, and hopefully you win with that. So yeah, so in terms of inspirations for this character, obviously I just looked at the reference that was given. As you can see, like the character's name is Artemis, and she's which I did not think about that much, but she's actually based in the lore of Greek mythology. So she's the Greek goddess of the hunt, the first nymph, and the goddess of free nature. So yeah, I looked at this lore bit after I did my drawing. At the first I was just like, okay, cool. First thing that I noticed was like she has some face paints that's blue. That's something I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. She has green eyes, brown hair, and she's wearing a tiara or crown that's mostly gold, and her overall like character design is mostly embroidered with gold features. But her clothing style is just the old Greek clothing that were like cloth or whatever. So yeah, that was something I was like kind of missed something. But I did not read, like he did say that you could change up the outfit as long as they're still what you call it, recognizable. So yeah, my bet on that. But if I read it thoroughly, I would have changed it up a few bits, because as long as they're recognizable, it was fine. So yeah, on the next point that I just drew on or whatever, like it was the pose. I did a few poses before. Mostly I liked action poses, but they didn't quite showcase the key aspects of the character, which were the face paint, her expression, and the sword that she carries, which to me it looked like it was made of crystals, like it had some mythical vibes, because it was like blue. But on a second glance, I think when you look at it, it's just a regular sword that's silver, that has a gold handle, so that's standard. My bad. But that's something that I drew most of my inspiration from. So I just looked at a few references of gems and thought maybe it's made of mithril or something like that. That's why it's like glowing in this blue. So yeah, for the piece, that's something that I just had to input there. So I was struggling with the pose until today. Like earlier on, I just as I was doing as usual, I hopped on YouTube, looked at a few games that came out, and the first Berserker of Kazan came out, and obviously I had to check that out. So I watched a few videos. The first video that I watched actually was Afro Senju's. Now my boy, like he came on there blind, same as me. I didn't know anything about it, because I only heard that it was a Souls-like, cool. So then he played a few bits, and then he saw this cutscene where Kazan was lifting up this heavy sword. Now that pose, bro, that pose changed something. That pose tied in with the music in the game. That absolutely inspired me. I was like, nah bro, this is the one. Like even Afro said, he was like, yo, thumbnail shot. I was like, bro, this is it. So yeah, I took that pose and changed it up a bit. Obviously the main thing that I wanted to change up was the expression of the character. But for me, I was like, okay, okay, what will make this more impactful? Because the pose is like the character, the girl lifting up the sword, so obviously that gives off like maybe if you all have checked out Zelda, I'm pretty sure everybody knows that, like when Link lifts up what do they call it again? I watch these things, but I don't get that into depth. I think it was like the bonds, the hero sword or whatever. When he carries it, he always does this, whole lifting up the sword from the stone pedestal thing. It's epic. So obviously the expression has to be serious. And as the sword was, tied into this whole crystal thing, I thought, what if it was glowing as she was picking it up, and then obviously there's rim lights shooting through to her, and then her eyes like light up. Because from the few, if you see Von Soul's illustration, some of them baby girl is using like electric powers. So I was like, yeah, let's tie that into the art piece as well, to just show that I've seen some of the stuff. And something that I also added was the waist plates, like on either side. In the original reference that he showed, she wasn't wearing any armor on those sides, so I just added that because I saw it in one of the pictures. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna add it in there, so that was kind of cool. So the stakes of the contest were that second place gets to collab with Venso, which will be awesome, and that's good enough. But first place gets a new Huion Canvas 13 Gen 3 tablet, bro. Like, it's a display tablet. It's pretty huge. I think it's like 15 inches or 14-inch like display. Obviously it comes with that pen nib, everything. Like, it comes with the pen, and I think it has like 8 extra nibs. I don't know, I think I saw a review of the Canvas 12. So the Canvas 13, I haven't seen anything about it, but I will check it out just in case the boy wins. But I don't think that might happen, but it's cool. If it happens, it happens. So yeah, the one takeaway that I would say is that with draw this in your own style contest or challenges, it's just like it's a fun way to express yourself, express your art style, and explore things that you haven't done before. Like for me, a character with a lot of scars like on her body, I have not done that before, so it was kind of fun, trying to figure out, okay, this is the base skin color, what kind of color can I add on to show that she's burned here, or she has scars, and like it matches throughout that. And another reference that was great was Maki from JJK. So I looked at a few art pieces of her, and those came in clutch, so that was cool. Another thing was like face paint. Like, obviously I could have just drawn regular blue eyes, but I thought, okay, let's try to make this look like she painted it on her face, but it's starting to wear off due to the wind brushing up on her face. Maybe she was fighting, the sweating swiped out a few of that. So that was something that was cool. And another thing was painting the metallic feel of gold, which is like I don't know, like one of the trickiest things to do. Like painting armor, bro, it's kind of tricky, but I did try to add, like, I watched who's this guy, Sam does arts, like most of his tutorials in coloring or painting metal materials. He was like, always look at the background, add a few colors from the background into the metallic parts to just show that it's reflecting that stuff, so that's something that I did with this piece. So I was really proud of that. It's kind of cool. And then when it came to the crystal, like how I colored it, I looked at brands. I think y'all, I don't know, maybe I did tell y'all, but like there's this webtoon called Ordeal. The guy that makes the arts, like the creator of that show, is called Brent. I think on YouTube he's Brent Gray or something. His art style like is phenomenal, bro. So like I looked at how he colors eyes. Like I think in the video I did show like a few Pegasus. Like, yeah, bro, that's something that I did. It's kind of cool. And then the third thing that I was proud of in this piece was that I'm not that good with backgrounds, but I did use like the soft airbrush to paint over the grass and the sky, so it's a little bit gloomy, especially this scene because she's calling upon the power of lightning. So I had to make the sky a little bit gray, like thunderstorms are forming, stuff like that, and add a little, bro, like look at this, check this. So yeah, this was pretty awesome. I did link this on my Instagram, so if I can, I don't know now because I'm recording this, but once I edit the video I will add a link, and then y'all can check out my stuff. But if y'all can't, just check out on IG, type in Sile_glide. That's where I post most of my arts. I've been active there a bit, yeah, mostly like once a week. That's something that I've tried to do. And right here on the channel I'm just gonna be posting maybe twice a month, I don't know. But yeah, when I get inspiration and a video idea, I'm gonna pull that off. So yeah, that was my first draw this in your art style shindig. Like I was telling you what inspired me, and hopefully y'all got some few art tips here and there, because I'm not mostly like an instructor per se, but I do share some of the things that I learn or pick up here and there. And yeah, if y'all like the video, obviously leave a like and comment how y'all think the art piece was, or what y'all would have done better. And if you're an artist yourself, I'm interested in doing collabs, so hit me up and then we can try something else, because I did reach out to a few artists. I even made friends with them. I think my first video was supposed to be a collab with my dude Phantom, but bro is like he always promises me with, yo bro, I'm gonna do this, but eventually I just bro, I just gave up on that idea. And actually that reminds me, yeah, the next video I'm thinking of doing continuing that collab, because on that collab we prompted each other like a few characters. He prompted me like a lean character. I think like just watch the first video, I'll link it up on top. Watch the first video and you'll get the whole story. But yeah, next video I'm just gonna finish that up. And yeah, thank you for watching, and if you're new, thank you for subscribing if you did, and liking the video. And then if you didn't, bro, like come on, subscribe. I'm gonna be showing a lot of stuff, so subscribe. And yeah, sign gliding out.